I'm Apryl Lytle, and this is a brief summary of my case study on knowledge management within PepsiCo's Supply Chain Quality Group. The Supply Chain Quality, or SCQ Group for PepsiCo, is a mobile network of individuals supporting not only all the Pepsi production facilities in North America, but also lending quality expertise to many ancillary teams and projects across Pepsi on a global scale. PepsiCo's organizational culture is one that strives to bring its people to the forefront. It realizes that its employees are strong individualists who thrive on collaboration. The problem we see with the PepsiCo SCQ team is not only rooted in knowledge management theory, but also in direct conflict with the basic company ideal. The main problem to consider doesn't seem like it would be a problem at all at first, but it actually hits at one of the foundations of knowledge management. The fundamental structure of the SCQ team is that of a mobile or virtual team. Due to the nature of the work that the majority of the team does, travel is a necessity. Also, since the team supports all of North America and sometimes global endeavors, its members are spread out across the country in order to allow better response time to locations that may require their attention. Due to this structure, however, the team has no home base. One of the foundations that knowledge management is based upon is a physical environment. The physical environment can foster knowledge management and culture development by providing opportunities for employees to meet and share ideas. Without regular face-to-face contact, the team does not establish the foundation of trust and sharing of knowledge that would come naturally in an office setting. While the sharing of explicit knowledge seems unhindered in this type of team environment, the sharing of tacit knowledge is more difficult to convey without direct personal contact. Unfortunately, due to lack of socialization, the team holds most of its knowledge in a tacit form. Stemming from this root would be some of the causes for the other problems that we see in communication, both interdepartmentally and across departments, knowledge sharing and retention, and job satisfaction. After performing a KM assessment, the overreaching and primary issue that was brought to light for the team was the fact that one of the fundamentals of the KM infrastructure of a physical environment is noticeably missing due to the virtual nature of the team structure, and socialization of the team is drastically lacking. While this can be a debilitating dynamic, a few very simple changes in how the members of the team interact can change how this is perceived. While the location of the members is unlikely to change due to the necessity of the tasks, the communication methods within the team can change. Restriction of email is a sometimes painful but critical first step to forcing team members to communicate alternatively through more socialization-driven means. Use of chat rooms, video conferencing, or even telephones instead of email will generate the socialization needed for knowledge sharing that is missing in this team due to lack of a physical environment. This can also be achieved through groupware that would allow the team to openly communicate via a social network and communicate thoughts and ideas freely. This, of course, must be supported by management and would benefit by use of a reward system. The reward system should be based on skills and usage, and may even be tied into the performance review of the individual to allow for motivation to change the norms that have been established. Technology can support this endeavor further by furnishing a knowledge repository that will allow all information for the group to be shared in one location and accessed by all. This gives a sort of digital footprint to a virtual team that does not have a physical footprint. A knowledge repository also encourages sharing of information across the organization and will aid in communication of the team's goals and function to other teams within PepsiCo. Another solution would be to employ an expert locator system, which would give the PepsiCo SCQ team and other PepsiCo teams the ability to search for who might have the knowledge that they seek. Since the knowledge on the team is largely tacit in nature, reaching out to the person that has the knowledge is oftentimes the best solution to initiate the knowledge transfer. A lessons learned database would also give the opportunity to bring commonality to the tasks that are seemingly impromptu and atypical. Since the PepsiCo SCQ team covers so much territory and has a very low unprompted communication standard, it is quite possible that the issues that are seen by one member of the team could be similar to that of another, and they simply don't know it. Having a database that they could search to use information from another project or extrapolate from would be beneficial. Knowledge sharing can be very personal. For the PepsiCo SCQ team, this knowledge is also held in large part tacitly. For this reason, it is recommended that storytelling and concept mapping are employed in order to extract the tacit knowledge when possible and record it in some form that can be utilized by others on the team. This will allow for the knowledge of the aging workforce to be retained before it is gone from the company. Of course, there is little that will replace true face-to-face interaction when it comes to knowledge sharing. Not only where the meeting takes place, but also when the meeting takes place is critical. Initial meetings when a new team member joins the ranks are crucial in setting expectations of trust, candor, and team goals and guidelines. If these cannot be done in person, video is the next best thing for a virtual team member, and oftentimes will serve to introduce them to the technology at hand. Since most of the PepsiCo SCQ team knowledge is tacit, it would be prudent to have a mentoring program for new employees where knowledge could be shared. These mentoring pairs could also develop into communities of practice within the team that would be supported by the team management and given time to meet. These groups would also benefit from including outside members from other PepsiCo teams or vendors and consultants, so as to build trust within the group and help disseminate knowledge throughout the organization. These teams could meet virtually via video or other technology, since there is little chance for the PepsiCo SCQ team to meet face-to-face.